I wanted to welcome everybody to today's event and announcement. I wanted to also mention Brooks Robinson was going to be here with us. Brooks is running a little late and may not be able to join us. Hopefully he'll be able to be here by the end of the event. And we had Brooks here and are looking forward to his arrival in a little bit because, as we all know, there's no greater legend than Brooks Robinson, and today's and perhaps no one has been more important to the history of the evolution of Baltimore. And it's really, in many ways, Brooks and a few other people are the reason why we're all standing here today at Camden Yards. The arc of time from when the Orioles first came to Baltimore, 1954, to today, we've seen over 100 million people visit an Orioles game, come to Baltimore and Maryland. And when I think about the people historically who are responsible for the Orioles being here and the Orioles being here at Camden Yards, you can think about it, just a few people. You can think of Mayor D'Alessandro, who was responsible for bringing the Orioles here. You can think about Mayor and Governor Schaefer, who's responsible for having the vision of having a downtown ballpark. And you can think in many ways about Brooks Robinson, who brought everybody to Memorial Stadium for so many years, and as a part of the club today, keeps bringing people back. This is an exciting day. We're here to announce something, the launch of Orioles Entertainment and a partnership with our friends at Live Nation. I want to introduce Wilson Howard, who's here as the COO of Live Nation. I also want to mention Mike Friends, who's the director of the Maryland Stadium Authority. I think the chairman of the MSA, Tom Kelso, was going to be here, and Tom may be able to join us a little bit later on. But Tom's a great friend, and he and I have talked long about some of the things that we're going to tell you about today, and our partnership with the state and the Stadium Authority and the city of Baltimore. Al Hutchinson is here representing Mayor Pugh. Mayor Pugh is at an event out of town, and she wanted to be here to share this time with us. Over the last 27 years, the public-private partnership between the state of Maryland and the Orioles has been a strong one. The combination of the Ravens and the Orioles and the city and the state here has, as I mentioned, brought over 75 million people to here and over 100 million people to Orioles games. I believe the Camden Yards was the fastest sports venue in the history of sports venues to reach 50 million people, doing that in only 17 years. So this has been a robust and strong and wonderful public-private partnership. And the opportunity now is to take it to the next step. And while we've been very active here at the venue and drawing people to Baltimore, working with our partners, we've also been very active in the media front, developing TV and radio platforms. One thing that we haven't yet done is really diversify into other entertainment events. We spent a good deal of time over the last year or two developing some events in the music space and charity gala space in our venue in Sarasota, Florida, which was just recently voted the #1 venue in spring training. Within about 10 or 24 months of 12 or 24 months of this venue being again in its 25th or 6th year, then being voted the #1 venue and tourist attraction and ballpark. So we've been adding events. We're going to have a Cole Swindell concert down in Sarasota. We're going to have a gala event down there that revolves around Nashville artists. So we're doing what we can through our Orioles Entertainment division in Florida and in Baltimore. But there was a tremendous opportunity here for Orioles Entertainment, the Orioles, Masson, and Live Nation to come together and partner. And it's an opportunity that we had talked long. Wilson will be up here a little bit later, and he will tell you how long he and I have talked about some of these opportunities. So it's a great honor for me to tell you today on behalf of the Orioles, the state of Maryland, the city of Baltimore. I should also mention that Senator Van Hollen's office is here represented, and Congressman Raskin's office is also represented. And I was just with Congressman Raskin the other day down in Washington, and we had spent a good time together. It's great to have the members of the Senate, members of the Congress, the mayor, and all of these great public-private partnerships coming together as we announced today, that the first concert in the history of Camden Yards will occur later this summer in July, and we could not be more proud to have the legendary performer Billy Joel as the first artist to go on the field at Camden Yards and sing all the great songs that he has written and performed for many, many years. So I'd like to, we're going to, I think, do a video, and then we're going to have Wilson come up and Kelly come up and talk a little bit about Billy Joel and all the things that we're going to do together as we look forward to seeing the great Billy Joel coming to Camden Yards this summer in Baltimore.
Good morning. I'm Wilson Howard. I'm Regional COO for Live Nation. Kelly Flanagan.
Hi, Kelly Flanagan, President of Live Nation DC.
So first, we'd just like to thank everyone for coming. We're so excited to be involved with this. I've been thinking, Billy Joel, Camden Yards, Baltimore. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. I mean, these concerts, Billy's concerts are obviously first musical events or musical concerts, but they're events. This is his sixth year. This run of stadium shows is in its sixth year, and I want to promise you, Dennis Arfa with Dennis Agent, the first call he made was to John Angelos. One of the first calls I made was to John Angelos. We've just wanted to work Camden Yards the entire time. This is the sixth year. We were, with his help and the great work of the Orioles family, has been unbelievable. We're so excited about this. It's not like Billy does 30 or 40 stadiums a season. This year will be 8. It's the premier baseball parks. One of the 8 is Wembley Stadium in London. So it's pretty special. He's in his 6th year at Madison Square Garden residency. They're in their 66th show, and that it's, like I said, the stadium run is very limited. So basically, we wanted to say thank you, and don't miss it. This is an event. The date is July the 26th, and it goes on sale to the public a week from tomorrow, on the 18th. And thanks very much for coming, and that's it.
I think the importance of this to us is that this is what the Orioles do. We are an entertainment company. We put on over 2,500 baseball games here in Florida through the years, and our job is to be a good public-private partner and to drive visitors to Baltimore City. And Baltimore City, make no mistake, and I think just the other day, I think yesterday, former Governor O'Malley said something about Baltimore being major league, and I couldn't agree more. Baltimore is a big deal. Billy Joel is important. To have Billy Joel here and to be partnering with the Orioles and Camden Yards and everybody involved is tremendously important, bringing folks downtown to downtown Baltimore. The original vision of many of the people I mentioned earlier of tying the harbor and the Camden Yards complex together, getting a football and a baseball team together was a great one. It's really paid off. It's driven a tremendous amount of economic impact through sports tourism. And now in the next chapter, we're going to drive a whole heck of a lot of tourism impact through entertainment tourism. So Billy Joel's the first. Hopefully he's the first of many. Hopefully there'll be other forms of events we'll be able to attract here through Orioles Entertainment. We're certainly going to give it our every effort, just as I know the Ravens do and the state does. But to start with a legend like Billy is a great opportunity, and we're really looking forward to it. And I think, Wilson, you may not have mentioned, I think in those 66 shows at Madison Square Garden, every single one of them's a sellout. Yeah, right. So we're hoping we'll have a sellout here and get 40,000+ people here at the ballpark visiting Baltimore and seeing what the great things Baltimore has to offer. So thank you all for coming.